What's up guys, ownedbytamater here, and today I have a game of domination on Dome, and I am using the quote-unquote overpowered UMP. It's just this map, Dome, and Hard Hat are the two maps that I really feel that it's a huge advantage for me to use this gun. Mainly because those maps are almost all close to mid-range, where this gun really shines. Some of the other submachine guns aren't really that great for mid-range. They bounce a little too much, and so it's I just feel that I do a lot better with this gun. I have more control over it. It might be, I mean, it is really powerful, but as far as overpowered, I don't know. The P90 rapid fire can combat this gun pretty well as far as the submachine gun category. But anyways, this video is the first video for my Friday video on the video lineup, and it's basically just a topic. I choose a topic where I think it needs to be addressed, or I've just been thinking about this topic for the week or for a couple days or however long. It's just a topic that I've had on my mind. And the topic this week is boosting. To start off the story, whenever I see a high prestige in whatever lobby I'm in, they usually come in pairs or threes or fours, whatever size their team is. But whenever some high prestige people get in the lobby, I always check the lobby leaderboard just to see what they're ranked. I don't know. I'm pretty high ranked in the domination leaderboards. This is one of my favorite game modes to play, and I know it pretty well. So I'm at the time of this video, I was ranked 7 to 10,000 in the world on PlayStation in the domination leaderboard. And a 5th prestige came into the lobby. He was all by himself. He's the guy that just killed me. His name is Gucci X something. And when he came into the lobby, he was the very first 5th prestige that I've ever seen. Like in an actual lobby, in an actual game. And this, around the time this was recorded, you would tend to see 2nd prestige, 3rd prestiges, and every once in a while you'd rarely see a 4th prestige. And then I get into a lobby with this 5th prestige. The main people you'd see were still the first time through 80, 1st prestige, and kind of 2nd prestige, which I was in. It was still kind of rare to see that. And so this guy gets into the lobby, and I check the lobby leaderboards, and he's ranked 100 in the world. 100 to 400 in the world. I'm not sure the exact number, but it was way up there. And as far as my cap to kills ratio on the leaderboards, I tend to get about 9 kills per capture of a flag that I get. And I don't run with a team. I usually run by myself, and so the flags usually switch hands quite a bit throughout the game. And due to the fact that I seem to rush into their one flag spawn, I can't make myself sit back and wait for them to come out of their spawn too often. And if I do, I usually end up making a mistake and getting shot. So I usually just go all out and run in. But anyways, I usually get like 9 kills per capture. And this guy had twice as many kills as I did, but about 20 less captures overall. And so I was expecting, especially since he was so high up in the leaderboards, in the rankings, I was expecting someone to be that was just amazing, that would come in, could be by himself. He came into the lobby by himself. That could come to the lobby by himself and just run roll the entire team, like call in a Moab and just be, I don't know, tearing up the team, capping all the flags, holding everything, holding us to our spawn. And right off the bat, that wasn't the case. I mean, he's not that bad, but he wasn't what you would expect for such a high rank. And I don't know if maybe he normally ran with a team of other players that they would maybe cap 1 or 2 flags a game and then hold the enemy team in their spawn so that he could get his I don't know, 18 kills per capture. That is his average or ratio in the leaderboards. and I haven't ever actually seen it in person, but I'm kind of a pessimistic thinker, I guess. And anyone that's really high ranked that doesn't do very well, I don't think, my first thought isn't that they have just a crap load of game time played, because I don't. Right off the bat, the first couple of days, I had a lot of game time, but after that, it kind of slowed down, and I play maybe an hour or two every day. Not even an hour or two, maybe an hour a day. Nothing too, intense, but nothing too little, I guess. And that's usually not my thought. back on the topic, I usually think that if they're that high, they must be really good, and I usually compare them to my game time. And it might have taken him around the time I got to this prestige. It was getting close to 2 days played. Maybe he had already had 4 days played and played twice as much as I had throughout the week or two that this game has been out. I didn't think that completely. My first thought always goes to they boosted. Especially if they're not just rocking it, you would think that if they played that much, they would just be on all the time. Like, on their shots, not actually on. But I guess it is viable that he is not a booster. But anyways, this topic, I haven't actually seen any boosting in this game. I mean, I haven't played a lot of free-for-all, so I don't know how that actually goes. I don't know if now that more people are getting around through their first run through 80, if they use their prestige token to unlock the tactical insertion so that they can always have it, so that them and their buddy can just sit there and kill each other. I don't know if it has kind of been working its way back in, but I know that the makers of this game have at least made a conscious attempt to kind of at least slow down the boosting with the report feature, where you can go into their name and report them for boosting. And how many of those they actually get taken down, I'm not sure, but at least they know, at least they're making an effort to take care of the boosters. What are your guys' thoughts on the boosters in this game, or just in general to the Call of Duty series? I personally think it's just, one, it's boring. If you ever played World at War and played Domination very much, you would eventually get into a boost lobby, and you get in and like everyone would have their clan tags. It was like boost or something. I don't remember what their clan tags was, but you would get in, they'd all have the same clan tag, and you would go in, and one team would run towards B flag, and then they'd hop off. The other team would hop on B flag, hop off. They'd get a capture every couple of seconds, and they would do that for the full 20-minute game until the timer ran out, or until they capped 200, which they never held it for more than a couple of seconds. So it was really slow at adding up those points. But that, I don't know, it's incredibly boring. I got into a lobby and I started just to see what it was like, and before 5 minutes were up, I was already bored, and I killed myself, pulled out a rocket of some sort, and killed the entire team, and then left. But what are your guys' thoughts on it? I think that the developers could easily just take out the tactical insertion. I don't think it's that widely used that it would be too missed if they just completely took it out from the game. Either that, or make it where whenever one team caps a flag, you have to wait 30 seconds before you can cap that same flag again. Now, for regular gameplay, that's not going to be a problem. I mean, you're not going to be capping a flag, step off, and the other team's automatically going to have it. So that shouldn't be a problem for regular gameplay, but it should at least slow down the boosters a little bit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to message me or comment your user suggested topics for Monday. This is ownedbytamater. Later.